Hey, motherfucker, you trying to get your shit on the radio, but you can't do it with all them damn cuss words? Well, sit your ass down. I'm going to show you something. What up, YouTube? Sorry for my explicit language, y'all, but I had to get my point across, and I'm about to show y'all how to make some real dope radio edits to keep your song still sounding good while making it clean and playable for the radio. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you go ahead, take a quick second and hit that subscribe button. We are almost at 100,000 subscribers, which is crazy, and you know I can't do it without your help. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and then you part of the gang. And if you ain't already part of the Wavy Seals, then you need to go ahead and do that too. I'm gonna leave a link in the description, but basically it's a community of engineers and producers who are all helping each other grow, man. It's like none other. And if you want one-on-one help and even more, including mix critique, live master classes, Q&A sessions every week with me and my mentor, then sign up for the Wavy Seals Elite and take your skills to a whole nother level. I also want to give a huge shout out to sweetwater.com. Sweetwater, as y'all know, is probably the best place to buy audio gear online, period, especially with that free 2-day shipping, and they got the 2-year warranty on pretty much everything that they got in the store. I don't think you can beat that. And guess what, y'all? I am officially a Sweetwater affiliate. So that means that anything that you buy from sweetwater.com using my official link will help out the channel. So go ahead, use my link whenever you're shopping at sweetwater.com and help your boy out. All right, now, so let's get down to the topic at hand, and that's going to be how to create a clean version, a radio edit, whatever the hell you want to call it, all right? But basically, we need to get the cuss words up out of here to make it playable for the radio. I do this with 3 simple tools in my session, and those tools are typically just doing a straight drop mute where I mute the curse. I will also reverse sometimes in some rare instances. I don't really use that one so much more, but also Vari-Fi is a great tool that I use. And then sometimes I'll also play around with some delays and stuff to fill the gaps if the curses have been too long and it's leaving too much of a gap. So let's just go ahead, jump in this session. I got a verse pulled up on a song called 2-A-Days by A-Gaming Real Early. Shout out to them. But yeah, my man Real Early did a lot of cursing on this verse. So we going to clean up this verse together. I'm going to play what I got right here, and then we going to jump right off into editing it up. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and take a listen.
My niggas moving weight like every day. Now I'm in the gym doing 2-A-Days, and I'm trying to make this shit triple, I make this shit look simple, These niggas oh so gentle, I ain't showing niggas no dimples. Bad bitch with me, she a panda, Know I get bucks like Tampa, Told her hoe to watch her manners, Respect my country grammar, Free my niggas out that slammer, These niggas need pajamas. See these niggas keep on sleeping on me. Keep them hammers for them niggas try to creep up on me. Smoking no loud, no speaker, You should be proud just to meet us. Tell them haters get up our penis, Before we start shooting like arenas.
I'm in the gym doing 2-A-Days. Push.
All right, bet. So that's my man Real Early. That's his verse, man. Polo coming soon. Shout out to Real Early. All right, but y'all hear, man, it's all kind of curses in that verse. So if we want to get this anywhere near a radio station, we are going to have to do some real work right now. So the first thing that you want to do before you start to do your radio edit is you actually want to do a save as. Now, this is to make sure that you have a separate session from the main dirty session, right, before you do any edits, because I don't want to mess up the original main session. So and this, of course, is after you already got everything edited and mixed, after the client has approved the original mix. That is the only time when I'll really do this, because I don't want to have to go back and forth. So I'll go up to File, choose Save As, and then I'm just going to save this as clean. All right, instead of dirty, we're going to go to clean. Boom, just like that. And now I got my clean save. So what I want to do is just start off by playing the beginning of the verse, and when I get to my first curse word, I'm gonna figure out what we should do there based on what sounds good.
And I'm trying to make this shit triple,
All right. So first off the bat, we got a shit. Okay. Let's see.
Shit triple, shit triple.
Okay. So boom, here we go. Now, one thing that I could do is just do a straight drop mute. Now, by selecting that curse, right, you want to get in, make sure you select it. I am using grid mode. I always edit in grid mode because I just love grid mode. But when you're working on stuff like this, you really need slip mode. But to work in slip mode without getting grid mode, it's actually without getting out of grid mode, it's actually pretty easy. All I do while in grid mode is hold down the command key. If you're on a PC, it's going to be the control key. I'm just holding that command key down, and then I'm just selecting the word. That way I can select it freely. And you want to make sure you get the whole word. So that's the shit. I'm going to mute it for now. Let's just see what happens. And that goes so fast. So one thing we can do since that goes so fast, let's try a Vari-Fi. So I'm going to go up to Audio Suite menu, choose pitch shift, and let's go with the Vari-Fi effect for this. Now, sometimes when you slow down shit, it still sounds the same. So what I'm going to do is do it a few times, right? So I'm going to hit the render, and if we listen to this, it still sounds too much like that. So let's try to do this several times. And most of the time, this does not work with the shit because the beginning of the word still sounds like the full word. All right, so that sounds a lot better.
And I'm trying to make this triple, I make this shit. And I'm trying to make this triple, and I'm trying to make this triple,
All right, cool. I think that actually works. So that's one way that we could do it right there. So I'm gonna leave this Audio Suite Vari-Fi open on my, because I know I'm gonna use it again.
And I'm trying to make this triple, I make this shit look simple.
Okay, so let's do the same thing here.
This shit look simple. Shit look simple, These niggas oh so gentle, Shit.
Okay, let's try that same thing. I'm just hitting it several times until like I can see the type of waveform that I want.
This look simple,
There we go.
I make this look simple, And I'm trying to make this triple, I make this look simple, These niggas oh so gentle,
Okay.
Niggas oh so.
Now, for niggas, I have a special technique that I like to use for niggas. It sounds crazy, but I do got a special technique. Now, what I do with the niggas in the track, I found that this works the best because I've had to edit out so many of these in my career, is that I will use the Vari-Fi, but instead of using the slowdown, what I'll actually do is hit the speed up on it. And this just changes the whole shape of the word. So and still gives you the same kind of timing. That's important sometimes too. It's just keeping that timing. So I just hit it one time, speed up. Let's see what it sounds like.
These niggas oh so gentle.
Yeah, and that gives you a nice little vibe there, but still cleans up that word pretty nice.
These niggas oh so gentle. I ain't showing niggas no dimples. Showing niggas no dimples. Niggas no.
And here we go, another nigga. Now I ain't gonna front, man. I've done this so many times that once you start to do it so many times, you literally start to know what niggas look like. And I'm talking about in the audio. Just forget it. It's bad timing. All right, here we go. That's the niggas. Let's speed that up.
I ain't showing niggas no dimples.
There we go.
I ain't showing niggas no dimples. Bad bitch with me, she a panda. Bitch with me, she a panda.
All right, let's try this one. This the bitch. Let's try to mute that and then just do some fades. Let's see.
Bad with me, she a panda. No, I get bucks like 10.
All right, cool. So I like having the mute there because you still get the gist of what he's saying. Like, what else could he be saying? Bad with me, she a panda. Like, you know, you get what he's saying without saying it.
I ain't showing niggas no dimples. Bad with me, she a panda. No, I get bucks like Tampa. Told her to watch her manners.
All right, let's go for another one.
Told her to watch her. Told her to watch her. Told her to watch her.
I think that's it. He's saying it so fast. Let's just mute it and see.
Told her to watch her manners.
Yeah, I think that'll work. And I might just go with a mute for this one as well.
Told her to watch her manners.
You gotta
Told
be
her to
careful.
watch her manners. Respect my country grammar. Told her to watch her manners. Respect my country grammar. Free my niggas out that slammer.
Here we go again. Let's go with some more.
Free my niggas out that slammer. My niggas out that slammer. My niggas out that slammer. Niggas out that slammer.
See, again, I told y'all you'll start to recognize what niggas look like because they all look the same. And then we go speed up again.
My niggas out that slammer. These niggas need.
That it just works so well for the
These
niggas.
niggas need pajamas. These niggas need pajamas. These niggas need niggas.
And I'm giving y'all a tutorial that Pensado can never.
These niggas need pajamas. These niggas need pajamas. See these niggas keep on sleeping.
Oh my
See these
God.
niggas keep on sleeping. Niggas keep on sleeping on me. Keep them hammer. Niggas.
See? There we go again, another one. We gonna speed it
See
up.
these niggas keep on sleeping on me. Keep them hammers for them niggas try to creep up on me. Smoking on niggas try to creep up on. Niggas try to creep up on me. Smoking on niggas. On me, keep them hammers for them niggas try to creep up on me. Smoking on loud, no speaker. You should be proud to meet us. Tell them haters get up our penis. Up our penis.
All right, so now let's do something creative for this one. Let's see.
Get up our penis.
Because we definitely can't say, I mean, even though penis is not an explicit word, in this case, it seems.
Tell them haters
both.
get up our penis. Before we start shooting.
All right, so let's say,
Tell them haters get up our penis.
I think for that, get off our, I'm gonna let's do maybe automate a delay here. So let's see if I have a delay, like a 8th note delay that is already set up on this track. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is just automate the volume of it to go up right on this word, and then it'll help to fill this space where we are dropping off at.
Tell them haters get up our penis. Before we start shooting like a. Tell them haters get up our penis. Before we start shooting like. Tell them haters get up our penis. Before we start shooting like a ring.
All right, cool. Just that easy, man. And I'm, I could have made a whole separate delay, but that one's already in the session being used, so it ain't really no need to do that for me right now. So I think that sounds good, actually.
Tell them haters get up our penis. Before we start shooting like a ring.
I'm in the gym doing 2 a days.
Cool. And then I think we got that verse. And so you always want to double check, make sure you didn't miss anything. Let's
Now I'm in
listen.
the gym doing 2 a day, and I'm trying to make this triple. I make this look simple. These niggas oh so gentle. I ain't showing niggas no dimples. Bad with me, she a panda. Know I get bucks like Tampa. Told her to watch her manners. Respect my country. Bad with me, she a.
All right, so let's see. I think on this bad, I think we probably can do something a little bit more creative for the bad bitch section. So what I'm actually thinking, maybe let's just do like a stutter right here to where I just copy this and actually duplicate that, and let's just see what that sounds like. All I did was go and change my grid. I'm sorry if I'm moving too fast there. I just changed the grid value to a 16th note. Selected that one little 16th note section where he's saying bad, and then I hit Command D, or it would be Control D if you're on a PC, and that will duplicate that little phrase, that word there. And let's see.
Bad with me, she a panda. Bad with me, she a panda.
Okay, so I kind of like that. This second one, though, I don't like it to be. It seems like the timing is a little fast, so I'm gonna back it up a little bit off of the grid, just to give it a little more natural.
Bad with me, she a panda. Know I get bucks.
Okay. And you know what? It maybe we can get a little more creative. So what I'm doing now is just duplicating the track. And I'm sorry, I keep moving fast. I forgot y'all is new to this, man. So what I'm gonna do, I want to do an effect on this second bad. Something real simple, but the fastest way that I'm gonna do it is just to duplicate the original track. So I'm just using the shortcut Shift Option D to duplicate the track that I have selected. We don't want the active playlist, alternative, or automation, but we'll keep all the rest of this stuff. I'll hit OK. And I'm just going to bring this down. Hold Control while you bring it down just to make sure that it stays in line. All right. And then I'm going to actually, let's get rid of the sends. Let's look at my EQs here, my inserts here. And what I want to do is probably just filter this out a little more. So let's just use a little filter and make that a little more obscure.
Bad with me, she a panda. Know I get bucks.
Cool, that'll work.
No dimples. Bad with me, she a panda. Know I get bucks like Tampa.
Cool.
Told her to watch her manners. Respect my.
And I think on this one too, told her to watch her manners. I think we'll do the same thing. Let's just copy that from there, paste it down
Told her
there.
to watch her manners. Told her to watch her manners.
And then I'm going to fade this, actually cut that off and fade that song.
Told her to watch her manners. Respect.
There we go.
Told her to watch her manners. Respect my country grammar. Free my bucks like Tampa.
Yeah.
Told her to watch her manners. Respect my country grammar. Free my niggas out that slammer. These niggas.
All right, so the only thing that I didn't do in this mix so far as the clean, is use a reverse. Like I said, I don't really find that reverse works for me so much. I very rarely use it. But let's just go over to the first verse and listen to this and see what type of curses, if there is anything here that might work for reverse. I'm just going to try reverse anyway, in case some of y'all want to use it on yours. So to use the reverse plugin, you just go up to the audio suite menu, go down to other, and choose reverse. All right, and here it is. There's absolutely no controls on here. All you do is select the section you want to reverse, and then you hit render. So let's just listen to what we got.
My new bitch out of your league. And I'm
All right, so let's try to reverse the bitch and see what happens. It might not work.
bitch.
Okay, let's see.
My new bitch out of your league. My new bitch out of your league.
I don't like
My
it.
new bitch out of your league.
Me not like that. Me not like that, okay? Let's try another section.
And I'm in the league of my own. Leader here making the me. You should just leave this alone. I'm in your town like I live there. I could probably get in-state tuition. I do not fuck with these niggas. Not fuck with these niggas. I not fuck with these niggas. Not fuck with these niggas. I feel like President Nick.
Okay, so that's a quick fuck. Let's
I do
reverse
not fuck
that.
with these niggas. I do not fuck with these niggas.
And it still sounds weird, so that's why I don't really use reverse for cleaning up so much. Sometimes it works for a section, especially if there's a couple of curses like back to back to back, then it might work a little bit better then. But as far as just single curses, I don't really like to use reverse that much, especially nowadays. I prefer to use one of the other methods that I just showed y'all. All right, y'all, so that is how I would create a clean mix in Pro Tools using just a few tools. I use Vari-Fi, I use straight mutes and drops, and I also did some stuff with some automation by automating delays, and even did a little EQ change and stutter effect to create a clean version of the mix that is still interesting and pleasant to listen to throughout, all right? Even though we have to chop out some of those keywords, we want to keep the essence of them still intact. If you found this video helpful, make sure that you hit the thumbs up and be sure to subscribe on the road to 100K. I need you. That's the only way. I'm dropping bars on you, man. Big shout out to Sweetwater, man. Don't forget, I am a Sweetwater affiliate, and if you need any studio gear, be sure to use my link down below in the description so that you can help out the channel with any purchase that you make, all right? The prices ain't gonna change for you, and you still get the same Sweetwater great service, your same Sweetwater rep, and all of that. And don't ever forget that if you need custom recording and mixing templates, you know I'm your man. Hit me up on wavywayne.com, and I got your back, all right? Thanks for watching. Peace. Be dope.